So, my first impressions of Zombie A Social Club. Now, bear in mind, this is a prototype that I've played. Bear in mind that I've only played 3-player game, and bear in mind I've only played it a couple of times. So, with all those things in your mind, let's talk about the brains which are in your mind. Zombie games are everywhere, it's common knowledge. But there's a zombie game for every kind of facet of zombieism that there is. There's Last Night on Earth, which is a really kind of random, trundling along zombie game, which kind of fits into those really crass old B-movie zombie games where, you know, the actors were stupid enough to go the wrong way. Oh, there's a zombie. Yeah, so that kind of fits into that category. There's The Dead of Winter, which fits really into the George A. Romero kind of category, where it is everyone's working together or they're kind of not working together. And the zombies are outside and they're inside, but they've still got to survive. This kind of fits into the Walking Dead category. For me, every player is Rick Grimes. And Rick Grimes is always getting a group of people together, and then crap happens, some die, some run away, and then he's lost that camp and he has to go and set up a new camp and get some new people together and do the whole thing again. This is primarily what this game is about. You're going to be drafting cards at the beginning of the game, and then on your turn you're going to be hiring people into your camp with the same kind of, you know, faction. I was trying to think of the other word, but it's completely gone from my mind. Yes, all your characters have to be from the same faction. You can't mix punks and hippies together. You all got to be the same like-mindedness. There are some neutral characters in the mix as well, which is good because that will help you out in future, because you may wish to change faction. So you can, like, say, I don't want to be a punk anymore. Punk's out of my camp. Get out now. Don't want to see you again. Hippies, come in, man. I love you, man. Go give us a hug. So yeah, you're going to be recruiting characters into your camp and then using their abilities to get you things like drawing more cards or manipulating other characters to come to your camp. And eventually you might get 4 characters and then say, right, you know what, I'm going to trade them in for a victory point, because that's what this game's about. It's about getting victory points and winning the game. The fact that you can get victory points from just killing a zombie is a bonus. You know, well, you know, at the beginning of the game, you're like, well, I've got a team, I'm doing some damage here, and I got a victory point, and I've got a big team, so I'm going to trade them in for a victory point as well. So it's like, first round, 2 points, bonus. But then there comes the downfall. You really do have to manage your cards really well. This is a real tactical, tightly balancing act kind of game where you have to be careful about the cards that you use and when you use them. If you get rid of all the cards in your hand, or you lose all the cards in your hand, because you can't get rid of them, unfortunately, you can't commit suicide. If you lose the cards in your hand, you're going to lose a victory point to whoever was the one that took the last card from your hand. And so you don't want to be left with a few cards. You want to have as many cards as you can in your hand. And you're going to want to have lots of cards in front of you, lots of characters there to do all these powers and actions. But the downside of that is you will then become the target for the zombie attack on every player's turn. Sometimes it's not too bad to be attacked by the zombies. You can go, oh, I don't need this card anyway. There you go. I've lost another card. It doesn't matter. Hey, I got these ones are good. But sometimes it's good to just not have enough cards to be the target of the zombies, and let alone the target of the other players. But then again, having not many cards in your hands will make you a target for the other players, because all you got to do is maybe attack you once and they can steal a victory point from you, and you're back to square one. Everyone's dead. Carl's dead and Zoe's dead, and it's like, oh no! This is a game about building sandcastles and then people kicking them down, and then you go and kick their sandcastle down. It is one of those kind of, but it's a quick playing game. It's 20 minutes or a tad more, depending on the number of players. In a 3-player game, there's a lot of it going on. It's constantly, you take that, no, you take that. In a 2-player game, I can imagine it's even worse, because it's just, there's no one else to attack apart from the zombies, and they're just tranquilly just like chilling out in downtown. But I can imagine in a bigger group with 4 or 5 players that this would become a bit more interesting, and there'll be moments where you can relax, because it is really tense, this game. You are getting battered from everywhere, but having maybe more players, you'll get that chance to have a pause. because there is a lot of interaction in this game. It kind of is take that kind of interaction where they're doing something to you and then you're doing something to them and then yeah. But at the same time, luckily it's not represented in the event cards. I was worried at the beginning that the event cards were just going to be take that cards as well, where you go ha ha ha, wham, you lose 2 characters and you have to give me 7 points and I win the game that way. You know, it's not. The event cards are very defensive cards. They will protect you from zombie attacks. They will protect you from other things. They will get you cards into your hand. They will let you divert an attack to another player. They will let you diminish the number of the zombies in downtown, which is a bonus, because if the zombies do attack you, you just go, okay, right, I played this card, 10 zombies are gone. Oh, there's only 5 there anyway. Oh, there's no zombies, I don't get attacked. Now let's talk about the art. This game is kind of really sold on the art because it's humorous, kind of Munchkin-esque. You'll look at it first time and you go, and then afterwards it'll be just like, what am I going to do with you, Joel? Joel, what are you? Hey, Carl, Spike, come on, what do you do something good for me? There's lots of little hidden details in the art, you know, references to films and characters that you may know from TV. And there's also some mashup characters as well, which is quite interesting. There's like a mashup of so-and-so with so-and-so. Names escape me. Now, the game is pretty much simple. There's not very many actions, and the actions that there are very, very simple as well. But as I said, this is quite a brain-picky game. You're going to be really struggling when it comes to your turn of deciding what is the best action for you to do and what is the best character to play. And is it best just to get rid of cards into the discard pile or into the downtown area just so you can, you know, play nicely and not get attacked, but at the same time maybe draw more cards in the next turn so you get a better hand of cards. One of the problems I found was that I was mixing up rules from 2 different rule sets, which kind of ruined the game a tad, but when you get round it and you remember that it's not actually the number of zombies in the horde which is the point, this is the point, the game works. And the fact that there is these different versions is also a bonus, and there's also ways of making the game harder as well. So if you kind of get used to it in your group, you can adapt it and make it tougher. So all in all, it's a quick playing card game which is pretty tactical, more tactical than you would think it is, even though it has this deception of being looks like it could be Munchkin, but it's not Munchkin, it's another game entirely. Lots of interaction, lots of humor as players. You got to be prepared to be, you know, attacked a lot. This is kind of like really savagery, sandcastle kicking going on in this game. So if that interests you, go and check out the Kickstarter. The link's in the show notes, the link's at the end of the video. And there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. If you know someone that might appreciate this video, share this with them. And if you want to check out everything else in the board game world that I've been getting up to, go to boardgameseverybodyshould.com. Now, what remains for me to do is say ciao for now, and remember to please, please, please play nicely with each other and leave each other's sandcastles alone, for damn it. For damn it. Yeah, for damn it.
Just sitting at the table next to Felicia would be quite nice. Wouldn't it be good? I got some board games.